Hey there viewers, it's Charlie. I'm back again with another Transformers review, and today's review is going to be on Studio Series Thundercracker. Now, this figure is kind of weird, because, well, Thundercracker didn't appear in the films, not counting Bumblebee, because that was just a very small cameo. But, well, seeing how this is a Studio Series figure, and, well, Studio Series is meant to give us the characters from the films, and more recently the games, the fact that they threw in a character who doesn't appear in the films, sort of like what the early movie toy lines did, it's kind of weird. But I'll give my theories as to why this guy's in Studio Series later, because for now, let's look at the box. So we got the original Star Wars Studio Series packaging. Of course, we got the picture of Thundercracker right here. He's actually number 9, so this is a really early figure in Studio Series. And despite not appearing in the film, apparently he's from Dark of the Moon. Yeah, my favorite character from the film. Got a close-up of his weirdly insectoid face. I mean, he's got 4 eyes. He's got mandibles. In fact, that's actually kind of a really cool head sculpt for him. The side, we got a picture of Thundercracker right there. The back, we got him in both modes. Big screen inspired. Yeah, okay. Chicago aerial offensive. Says what he quote unquote does in the film. Yeah, remember that from Dark on the Moon? That was my favorite scene. And of course included backdrop, and well, that's pretty much it for the box. So we just open this, throw away the plastic thing. To recycle it, just sort of throw it away. Recycle the actual cardboard bit. Keep the backdrop. And well, despite this not actually being from the film, this is still a really cool looking backdrop. Because it shows some weird aerial dogfight. And well, I could see this actually being in the film in some alternate universe. Like, because, of course, Prime has the wing pack, which they did later make a figure of in the Studio Series. So, I don't know, maybe in some alternate universe, there's a scene in Dark on the Moon where Prime is, like, flying through the air in Chicago, and, I don't know, he fights Thundercracker and, like, decapitates him, because the toy can actually do that. But, well, we can put Thundercracker here, so just doing that. Of course, he's not actually going to fit. This is more for robot mode, so we'll come to that later. And for now, let's talk about the figure. And starting off in jet mode, well, if you haven't figured out already, this is a recolor of Nitro Zeus from the last night. Yes, this is just a recolor of Nitro Zeus. Why they didn't recolor Starscream, I have no idea. Like, maybe this is a holdover, maybe, I don't know. But, looking at this, I actually really like how this looks in jet mode. In fact, if I was to compare this with the original figure, which I don't have, but looking at pictures, I much prefer the blue from this figure over the bland white from Nitro Zeus. Don't get me wrong, Nitro Zeus's shockwave-like head is really cool, but I'm just a sucker for the color blue, so... Like, Thundercracker is my favorite out of the 3 main Seekers, so... Of course I'm biased, but I just love the deco from this guy. But yeah, looking at the details here... Of course, you've got the main nose cone section. Got the wings right here with the Decepticon insignia, which is kind of hard to see, but it's there. The wings can, of course, move if you want to. So if you want to move the tail fins, then you can. You can also move this one. It says intake right here, and those actually do end up on his knees. Underneath, you can pretty much see how he transforms. His head is right there. And his chest actually does have a little bit of yellow, so kind of homages the original Thundercracker's cockpit chest. And there's a little port there for a flight stand if you want to do that. Now, one cool thing with this being a Nitro redeco, you can actually open up the cockpit, take a Titan Master. For example, I've got Trigger Happies, and we can just seat them in there. So we just take a Titan Master, seat them right in there, close it up, and you can actually fit a Titan Master in there. That's not mentioned in the instructions, but you can do that, and I think that's really cool. Of course, it's left over from Nitro Zeus, because like there was a cut bit from the film where I think Cogman managed to kill Nitro Zeus and he commandeered his body. But yeah, that was like cut from the film, but they left it in the toy. So yeah. And that was left over for Thundercracker, so if you want, Thundercracker can be a headmaster. And I kind of like that. Even if it's just a leftover bit of a toy design. Also, if you pull this out, you can sort of be a Viacon, because you can move the nose cone about a little bit, similar to Jetstorm, but that's just due to the transformation, because this forms one of the arms. So, yeah. Now, for accessories, well, the only bits of weaponry he comes with are these rocket pods. Probably left from Nitro as well. Unfortunately, there's no null rays, but seeing how this is a movie vest from the Cracker, it makes sense why he doesn't come with them. And these just go under the wings. It's going to be hard to show on camera, mainly with the lighting, so if I just do this off camera, and this is actually kind of tricky to do, because there's a bit that flips out. See, that bit flips out for the robot mode. You actually sort of have to move that out the way to plug these in. So, yeah, trying to get these pods plugged in can be kind of troublesome. Like, sometimes they plug in quite well, sometimes they can be a little bit tricky. Oh yeah, I plugged it in a bit lopsided there. There we go. But, well, now he's armed, so you can fire at some Autobots, I guess. And well, that's pretty much all I have to say for the jet mode. Of course, this will flip up landing gear, but that's the only bit of landing gear. Like, these ones don't flip up. So, yeah. That's all I have to say for the jet mode. I quite like the shade of blue that they went with, instead of the more lighter shade that they could have gone with, that similar to G1 from the Cracker. It's like a really, yeah, it's a really dark shade of blue, and I quite like it. I mean, some people might think it's too dark, but I kind of like it. But yeah, if you think it's too dark, then well, you can just call this another Seeker, like, I don't know, Bitstream or something, or Hotlink, I don't know. But well, For comparison, here he is with Starscream, so you can see how these two look. Because yes, this is not a Starscream redeco. Even though I think that probably would have made more sense, but this was probably a holdover from the Last Night toy line. Like, I remember seeing someone hypothesize that this is probably a leftover from that mission to Cybertron subline that the Last Night did. I mean, maybe, but I don't know. I just think that this is probably a holdover from the Last Night toy line, and that's it. But yeah, I wonder what this would be like if it was a redeco of Starscream. Kind of like what the original Dark of the Moon toy line did. So, yeah, that's these two together. And here he is with the Studio Series Thundercracker that you're probably more used to. Bumblebee movie Thundercracker. Oh, his gun just came off. That's the thing with recording. Things always go wrong when you're recording. But well, here he is with Bumblebee Thundercracker. He's just gonna fall backwards, but well, you can see that this guy is a lot taller. The blue is a lot brighter. And well, of course, this guy is a Tetrajet, whereas with this guy, I'm pretty sure that's just a Harrier. I'm saying that just because of the tailfin design, but yeah. But well, that's the two Studio Series Thundercrackers together. I do hope that they get Skywarp from this soon, because well, I've seen like the concept art for Skywarp, and I quite like how it looks. Well, for this guy, that's pretty much it for the vehicle mode. Let's take Blowpipe out, because of course he's not going to form the head yet. But yeah, if I leave him in there, I'm going to forget about it for the rest of the video, so I'll just take him out. And well, to transform him, so getting this guy transformed is actually kind of complicated. And well, getting this guy to jet mode is really fiddly. Like, seriously, if you don't know what you're doing, you are going to struggle really, really hard with this guy. So yeah, I would recommend just looking up the instructions online if you don't know what you're doing with this guy. Seriously, a lot of parts can pop off on this guy. But well, to get started, I'm just going to fold up the landing gear. Fold up the tail fin. Try and fold up this entire section. So yeah, just fold up this entire section like so. And of course, seeing how I'm recording, bits are trying to pop off on me. So just fold up this entire section without it popping off. But yeah, like as I said, a lot of sections can pop off like this. The kneecaps, the shoulder pads, the freaking head. Yeah, but continuing this, we just fold the wings up. Flip these bits out. These are pretty much just turbines for the robot mode. Fold these grey sections in. And fold up the entire wing section. Try to get this little section slotted in. There we go. So just fold up the entire wing into a cuboid. So now we got that. Take the nose cone and just get that and move that a little bit. Take the legs and unpeg them from the thruster like so. With this one, move that out the way so we can move the nose cone out. Move this leg down. And then we can move the back thruster out. So we're gonna actually do that. And that forms his left arm. So now that we have him doing yoga, we can move this entire leg section back in. I'm gonna actually do that. So move the shoulder here up, move the leg back in. And pretty much just close the legs up. Rotate the legs forward. Move the feet up. And keep in mind, the legs don't really want to clip into each other. So just keep that in mind. It can be really annoying, but he can still stand. I say that as he keeps wanting to do the splits. So next up, we're just going to get the arms into place, get the fist out. See, he's splitting again. And yeah, there's no actual way to tap the legs into place. Oh, well, it's basically his crotch keeps splitting apart. That's really annoying. But if we just get the shoulders out of the way, we can move the head down, move the landing gear into place so these can tab in. Pull this out and it becomes a Gatling gun. For the nose cone, open this up and this forms a blade. Spin around the head and the wings. The wings can untab. Go and just move upwards like so. And well, here we have Thundercracker in robot mode. And well, I'll be honest, the transformation is probably my least favorite bit of this whole figure, because, well, there's a lot of bits that collide with each other. There's a lot of bits that just come off. Like, thankfully, nothing came off during that, except for the tail fin bit. And I even saw a bit of a white plastic during that, so I'm scared it might break. But yeah, a lot of bits can come off if you don't know what you're doing. Namely, the knee pads, these shoulder spikes, these turbines, and the entire back tail fin section. So yeah, a lot of bits can come off, so just be wary of that. But, well, as you saw, this transformation is asymmetrical. So the nose cone forms one arm, and the, I guess, thruster section forms a Gatling gun on the other arm, which I think is actually quite cool. So, yeah. And having a 360, while the wings fold up into, I guess, thrusters or like solar cannons, which, again, I think is really cool. And well, if we look at the head, we can see that that's basically just movie Starscream's head, except, I guess, mutated, because he's got multiple eyes and he's got mandibles. So it's quite insectoid looking. And we can do something with that, but yeah, we'll do that later. Because for now, of course, we need to plug in the rocket pods. And they just plug onto the wings like so. So I just plug one on. Just plug one on. And then plug on the other. And then with the wings, of course, you can just angle them however you want. So if you want, they can be angled like this. It can just be all the way back. So, yeah. And of course, he's also got the Gatling gun on this arm. And he's got a two-bladed, I guess, knife on his other arm. So, yeah, this guy is definitely armed. And that's not all the play features, because, of course, with this being a Nitro Zeus redeco, you can actually tear his head off. And this is intentional, and we can see that he's got eyes on the back of his head. Ooh. But we can take his head off, of course, referencing that cutscene where Nitro Zeus pretty much dies and his body is taken by Cogman. But this means that this guy is basically a Titan's Return figure as well. And as well, you can take a Titan Master, try and line up the port, if I can find it. Oh, there it is. And just plug in a Titan Master. And now he's got an entirely different head, so if you don't like this being Thundercracker, you can plug in a Titan Master and repurpose this as a different character, or just your own OC if you want. Like, who knows? This could be Bayverse trigger happy if you want. So yeah, I freaking love that. And I think Studio Series Cogman can also do that. So, yeah. Man, I just love the Titan Masters. And if you're wondering, if I just get trigger happy here, take Thundercracker's head, and no, unfortunately this doesn't transform, this is just a normal head. But we can just take this, try and get this plugged in. And yes, you can give characters the weird insectoid head that Thundercracker has as well. So if you want to do this, then there you go. And I just freaking love that. So, yeah. But of course, giving them their rightful heads. There we go. And of course, giving Thundercracker his actual head. Now, of course, seeing how Thundercracker is not in Dark on the Moon, this doesn't really reference anything, but who knows? Maybe there's some scene in a alternate version. Maybe maybe there's a scene in a alternate universe version where like Prime actually does decapitate him like that or something. I don't know. But yeah, maybe we should address this. As you can see, this seems to enjoy splitting a lot. And as far as I'm aware, I cannot get it to fully go in, so yeah. You're pretty much just going to have to display Thundercracker with his legs sort of split out like that, which is kind of annoying. But if you can look past that, then well, it's fine. But just try not to put any weight on him. Well, let's go in for some comparisons. First of all, here he is with Starscream. And we can see that these two do look quite good together. And honestly, I'm kind of glad that Thundercracker's not a Starscream redeco here, because honestly, like these two do look kind of good together, and I kind of wish that we got a Skywarp redeco of someone. I don't know. Last Night Megatron, maybe? I don't know. But still, these two look really good together. And well, here he is with the Thundercracker that did appear in a film, Bumblebee Thundercracker. And we can see that, well, Darker Than Moon Thundercracker looks intimidating. Bumblebee Thundercracker just looks like a generic Decepticon goon. And that's because he was in the film. Like, I can see that this guy being an actual character somewhat if he was in Darker Than Moon. Whereas with this guy, he was just a generic background character. Whereas this guy could have actually appeared and had like an actual appearance before like dying 5 minutes after he appeared, instead of like 5 seconds with this guy. But still, now for the articulation, well, of course, this is the standard Titan Master system for the head, so kind of look side to side and look up and down somewhat. The arms can move, just be careful of the shoulder thing, because this shoulder spike can come off. He's got elbows on both hands, got a swivel there. The wrist on the left hand can go in. Nothing at the waist. You can kick forward, currently go back. He's got knees, and the knee pad can move. He can do the splits, but just be careful not to move that out of the way, so I'm not going to demonstrate it here. And his feet can move. So, yeah. And in fact, this demonstrates if I can play with the legs perfectly. So, yeah. So if I just leave those hands, it's not going to affect the leg splitting. But well, that's pretty much it for my review of this guy anyway. So if we bring back the backdrop, I'm gonna have to move the wings back because well, that's pretty much all I have to say about this guy. So, complaints. Of course, the crotch always splits apart. If you put any weight on this guy, he just starts doing the splits. I'm not sure if it's just my copy, if it's every copy, if it's just Thundercracker, if Natural Zeus also does this, but if you put any weight on this guy, he just starts doing the splits, and it's kind of annoying if you're trying to pose him, but also, a lot of bits can come off really, really, and I mean really easily. Like, seriously. Just try to casually transform this guy. The knee pads, the shoulder spikes, and, well, even the back bit and the thrusters on the wings can come off. Like, seriously. If they were, like, pinned in, then that'd be fine, but they're just on, like, little, pegs, like... So, yeah. Just try not to lose them. The transformation itself can also be kind of confusing if you don't know what you're doing. And keep in mind, we've got the usual hardware instructions where they don't give you like worded instructions. They just have a picture of the figure and highlight what step to do, which can be kind of hard to see at times. So, yeah, transforming this guy can sort of suck. But, well, this guy does look really intimidating, and I just love displaying this guy, so do I recommend him? Well, if you can find him, then I would say, yeah. Like, of course, try to be careful in transforming him, but this is actually a store exclusive for Toys R Us. And of course, we know what happened to that shop, so this might be the figure might be hard to find, so I would say if you find him for a good price, I say get him. Just be wary of all of the issues, and because I'd say displaying him in robot mode, like, is worth it. Because in fact, no, displaying him in both modes is worth it. Because, well, this guy looks like he could have appeared in Dark of the Moon because he just looks intimidating. So, yeah. This has been my review on Studio Series Dark of the Moon Thundercracker. And this is Charlie Young, signing off.